Hello everybody. In this video we're going to go through a couple of the tabs that are at the top of your screen here. When you log in, this should be the screen that you see. We're going to talk about Crew Scheduler, the Trade Board, and about your personal calendar. So the first place we'll click is on your personal calendar. It's here at the top. You're going to notice on this calendar here there's not anything in the calendar because this is just a test user so that we can show you guys the different features of the program. But this is your personal calendar. Here you're going to be able to see when you work and other things that you've signed up for. If there's been a trade or you have accepted a callback and you're working a shift for somebody else, it's all going to show up right here. And like I said, it's just not showing up right now because this is a test user. The next thing we're going to go to is the Crew Scheduler. So you'll notice here, if you just hover over Crew Scheduler, there's schedule, monthly table, and monthly calendar view. I've kind of found the monthly calendar view seems to be the most complete. And so if you look here, we'll go to today. You'll see Monday, December 14th. You can see that it's a B shift day. You can see everybody that's on for the day, including the duty chief, the EMS day shift, and the EMS night shift. You can see who's first out and who's second out also. So this is a very good resource to just go and you can make sure if you're first out or second out. You can also look if there's been any changes in the staff for the day, full-time or paid call, and see who it has been switched to. If there's been a callback accepted, it will be shown here. So for example, if Trevin took today off and a callback was accepted by Ellis, then Ellis would be in his stead and we would be able to see that. The next place we want to go is the trade board. So if you hover over trade board, you're going to see view trade requests and request trade. Now this is going to be applicable to full-time and paid call employees. In the past, as paid call, we've just called different people or texted and there will be a trade, and then we call the shift supervisor and we let them know so that it can be changed on the schedule. Now it can all be done through callback staffing. In fact, it can be sent out to several people all at once, and if there's a trade, right here it says send to admin for approval. Most trades are going to be approved. This is more just so that it can be changed on the schedule, but it's important that you click on here and you send the trade request to whoever is the shift supervisor for that day. So today, for example, would be Troy Smiskin. It would be sent to him, and that way, as the shift supervisor, he knows who's going to be first out, second out, or what's going on. So we'll just do an example here. So here's Troy Smiskin as the approval. We want to trade with selected employees. So let's say I'm first out for the day, and I have talked with Brandon Hafen and Bill DeNoss and with Katie Summers. I could type their name in and they would pop up and we could put them in. Or the other thing that we could do is we could request a trade with employees in paid call coverage. And you can just click on that and that will send it to everybody who is doing paid call EMS shifts. And that's just a very easy way to get it out to everybody, but like we said before, you can also do it with selected employees and you can put them in. So if you have talked to somebody and they're willing to trade you, you can just type it right in and send the trade request to them. Something that is optional that you really don't have to worry about as far as paid call goes is this specialty classification filter. First out and second out, you can be an EMT, AMT, or a paramedic. And so we don't need to go in and type anything like critical care or field training officer or anything like that. It is important to go in though and select your shift start date. So if it was going to be tomorrow, then you want to make sure to change your times to the actual times that you're going to be needing traded. So paid call shifts would be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And so make sure to put that in. As far as full-time goes and full-time shifts, the exact same thing can happen. One, you can type in the employees that you want to trade with or that you've already talked to, or you can click on this button and put in full-time coverage, and this would send it out to everybody who's eligible to trade you. So for example, if I'm trying to trade today and I click on full-time coverage, it won't even send a trade request to anybody who's not eligible. So anyone who's already working, it's not going to send them a trade request. So this is a very good way of figuring out who can trade with you without having to figure out on paper who can trade with you. In this case, we may need to do a specialty classification, such as if I know that when I trade, I need to trade with a paramedic so that we can keep minimum staffing at the fire department, then I could click on paramedic and make sure that it gets traded with the correct person. Same thing here, just make sure that it's set 7:30 to 7:30, and then you will just send the trade request. What's going to happen at that point is it's going to be sent out to all the eligible employees or whoever you have traded with, and they can accept it or deny it, and at that point it will be sent to an administrator for approval. And like we said before, this is really so that it can be approved and then changed in the back end, and then it's all set, and we can look at our crew scheduler and notice that it has been changed. So if you guys have any questions about this, please let Troyce or I know, and we can answer any questions that you might have, and have a great day.